Verona, Verona, Verona. Where is my Juliet Verona? Our adventures in Italy still continues as we bring you to the city of love, Verona. Buongiorno guys! I didn't expect for today's adventure that we're hitting Verona. So we're now here in Verona. So Fabio has brought me here for the first time. I've never been to this Italian city, and this is actually came by surprise that he's gonna bring me here in Verona. And of course, this is the area famous for Romeo and Juliet. So I don't expect anything, so I have my expectations quite low and my glass empty because I wanted to like fill in with surprises here in Verona. But thanks for this one. And guys, let me compose myself first because I don't know what to expect. I don't know what to feel. It's my first time here. I've never expected that this is the adventure for today. But anyway, surprises makes the best adventure. So be with us, stick with us. Right. What's this one, buddy? Well, anyway, it's a fortress, but what's the significance of this anyway?
Well, it's really important for the Italian culture because during the Second World War, the entire Italian army was coming through these gates here.
Okay. So this is very common.
Yeah, it's really
Italian cities.
Yeah. This is Piazza Bra.
Piazza Bra.
Square Bra is the main square of Verona.
Yeah.
It's called Bra because it comes from the Germanic word Brat, which means large or vast. That's why it's huge. It's a huge square.
But this is really famous.
Yeah. There are three sort of Colosseum in all the old ancient Roman Empire. One is in Rome, the most famous Colosseum. The second one is the Arena of Verona, and the third one is in Tunisia.
Right. There's only three arenas.
Three arenas
Only
in
three.
all the entire world.
That's interesting to know. I didn't know that.
So this is the second one actually, and it's much better conserved than the Colosseum inside. They do a lot of concerts, opera, because the acoustic inside is really special.
Right guys, so we're now here in the square. So as I told you earlier, this is very special because you'll see both landmarks here. One is Piazza Bra and the other side is the arena. So you've got to enjoy both worlds in one go. So imagine the big square, this is the heart of Verona, and you see wonderful landmarks here. And I can't wait to explore more of this Italian city. So let's go continue. Verona, 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 Verona. Where is my Juliet Verona? As we continue exploring the depths of Verona, like any other Italian cities, Verona has also a very rich tradition, culture, and also historical aspect. So guys, we're traversing now the famous shopping area here in Verona, and structure-wise, I'm very impressed. Again, I can't say anything. Very nice cobble street here, and this is just very near in proximity with the arena as well as Piazza Bra. So what's it called?
Corso Mazzini.
Corso Mazzini. Yeah, so remember that name. Yeah, so the structures here are very well preserved. Look at these are very common Italian structures. When you see like the windows, very long, colors very rustic brown to orange to yellow. These are very common in Italy, these colors. Right guys, so Fabio's gonna show me Juliet's house. Romeo and Juliet, remember? So Verona is very, very famous for Romeo and Juliet. And when you say Verona, the first thing that comes to your mind is not actually the arena, but it's actually the story of Romeo and Juliet. So Fabio's gonna bring me to Juliet's house.
Yeah.
So Juliet is a real character, yeah?
Yeah.
So
he's a real character.
She's a real character. But is she based from Verona or no?
Yeah.
She lived here?
From Verona.
From Verona, yeah?
And the terrace is the original one.
Yeah, so we're heading towards Juliet's house. So I was just like reading this one when I was in high school, the story of Romeo and Juliet, and this time I'm going to see where they live, how they are here in Verona. So you know the history of these characters in literature. So that's it. So are we heading to the house of Juliet? So there you go. So this is now the house of Juliet.
That is the balcony, actually, the original balcony.
Yeah, this one. So we're now finally here in Juliet's house, and as you can see, there's a bronze statue in there, and you have to touch Juliet's breast for good luck. So we're gonna do it now. When you're here in Verona, don't miss this one to be done, and we're gonna do that now. So probably guys, you've heard about the story of Romeo and Juliet, and this has been like probably one of the stories wherein you see in plays being reenacted, and you know in a play wherein Romeo and Juliet was in a balcony, a scene in a balcony. So this is where it happens. You see the balcony? There's the balcony. We're here in Verona. This is very famous here, so Juliet's house shouldn't be missed, and also touching the breast of the bronze statue will bring you good luck, as what they say. So we've done that one. That's a tick off bucket list here when you are here in Verona.
This is Piazza delle Erbe, which means like Herb Square. It was famous in the ancient times because they had a lot of markets like spices or herbs as well, products, meals. Yeah, in Verona there are two different markets. One is for clothes, and the other one is for all the meals, everything to eat. And well, actually this is the like the food market. Hanged over there, and
Is it a rib or a bone?
it's a rib.
Rib bone. Okay.
Yeah, it's a rib bone. And actually, people thought that it was from a whale, but they discovered recently that it was a shark whale. So it was not like that. And it's hanged there for centuries. And a lot of students, since that Verona is famous for the university, a lot of students used to pass through the ribs, under the ribs, with a closed eyes, because it was a sign of good luck for the exams.
In closed eyes
Yeah, closed eyes.
to pass by in there.
Yeah, exactly. It was a sign to have a good degree with a good grade.
Right guys, so we're now here in Piazza Dante. So as what I have learned from Fabio, this is actually a very important part of the history of Verona, because this is the seat of the government in ancient times. And in this area, it's ruled by the French people during the time. And as you can see, an interesting story here, why it's called a Piazza Dante, because of the statue of Dante Alighieri, which is an Italian personality that's famous for his works of the Divine Comedy and the Inferno. So this one, the interesting thing is that this statue was put on at 4 o'clock in the morning to symbolize that they wanted to be independent from the French people. So that's why it's being put in there, and that's how significant this one is in the history of Verona and the history of Italy. So where are we now, Pubs?
Well, actually, this is Romeo's house.
This one?
Yeah, his original name is Cagnolo Nogarola, and everyone knew him as Romeo.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
he's like from the Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, exactly. This is his house. Like an aperitif. And sometimes you can have like having dinner, just eating things, and having something to drink.
Introduce me to this.
So this is risotto brewed with amarone. And as you can see, this is the proper amarone. And they cook it for a really, really long time. It's slowly brewed. And then the rest takes like a sweet taste.
But it's very typical.
Yeah, it's really, really typical from Verona.
Amarone.
2, 1.
Very interesting.
You like it?
Very interesting dish. Right guys, so we continue our adventure here in Verona. We're now here in Adige River here in Verona. So as you can see there, it's the old castle. It's called Castel Vecchio. Correct? Okay. So Fabio's there. So he brought me on this part of Verona. I think this is one of the picturesque part of Verona. And I really love the serenity of this place. Well, there's a lot of tourists, but this time there might not be a lot of tourists, which is actually a good thing because you see the whole city feeling like you're owning it on your own, spending so much time appreciating what you see. And this part of Verona is really beautiful. It's like a canvas painting come to life. Look at the backdrop. Like all other adventures that you will embark, who would not miss an overview of the city skyline? And Verona has got one of the best skylines in Italy. Guys, as you can see, we're now right here overlooking the skyline of Verona, and we're now here in the complex of Castel Vecchio, Old Castle. So this is where actually the old Verona started. So it's on a high place. It's like probably a hill here, and the whole complex is called Castel Vecchio. So you can see overlooking the whole of Verona from this vantage point. And I think if you wanted to see an overview of how beautiful Verona is, then this is the place to be for you to like see how great this Italian city is. It's very peaceful right now. It's not over the weekend because we went here over the weekdays, and we've got a perfect view of the whole of Verona. You will see rustic establishments, the color, rustic brown color of the houses and even establishments, very well preserved as well. And also you will see the river that flows all over Verona, and also the bridges. And yeah, it's actually very strategic in its location as well. And you see the trees behind me, they're the cypress trees, very, very common here in Italy. Pops, we have a side trip where? Right now, yeah, after Verona.
We just arrived to Garda Lake.
Yeah.
And as you can see,
look,
we cannot see anything. It's so foggy.
Yeah.
But trust me, it's beautiful.
Yeah, but this is like the biggest lake, as you said, yeah?
Yeah, it's the biggest lake we have in Italy.
Yeah, this one.
Like
yeah.
the largest one.
Yeah, but it's not the deepest.
No, the deepest one actually is Lago di Como, Como Lake, which is in Lombardia.
But look, are there like mountains down behind these fogs? No. Are they mountains there?
Yeah, there are a lot of mountains quite high, all around the lake.
Yeah, but you cannot even see here. Zero visibility there.
No.
Only probably a part of it. I thought our adventure has ended already in Verona, but Fabio has brought me to Lake Garda, and then thereafter, we went all the way to Vicenza. Guys, grazie mille. Grazie mille. Multi. Grazie mille. Cheers.
Cheers.
Chin chin. Grazie, grazie, grazie. Wow, what an adventure we've had in Verona. I totally enjoyed this adventure, which is way beyond what I've imagined and what I've expected it to be. Thank you, Fabio, for all the great memories that we've shared together and for introducing me to the real, authentic Italian culture here in Veneto Region.